Boys and girls, welcome back to another video by yours truly. There is a lot to talk about with this latest drip marketing. I know I am an impressive specimen when it comes to yapping about a singular picture for 10 to 15 minutes, but I promise in this particular drip marketing, there's actually a lot of exciting news to talk about because it's not just showing off one of my favorite tropes of an anime girl, which is a black-haired brunette with red eyes and a goddamn skirt on with the academy whole ordeal. You know, boys, let's face it, how many men out there in the world got converted into anime because of Japanese women in skirts? You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what started it all for a lot of us, bro. All right. And this is one of my weaknesses. But the other thing about black-haired, brunette, red-eyed women is that all them bitches be crazy. Okay, I got a plethora of tabs up here. Here's the first one right here. Akame got killed. One of the most notorious, well-renowned anime girls in all of anime is Akame, right? But she was more so of like an emo type of crazy. But then you've got Yor from Spy Family, another batshit crazy bitch with a sweetheart but a wicked side where she might just murder your ass and then enjoy it in the process. The next one is from an anime I've actually never seen before, but you could just take one look at her and tell that bitch is crazy. And what's crazy about this anime is she's the perfect marketing tool. I swear, like just her alone makes me want to watch the anime. It's come across my recommendations a number of times. It starts with a K, but I just could never convince myself to watch it. But every time I see this chick, I'm like, okay, you know what, bro? I might just have to check it out just to see what it's hitting for. I don't know. It might be a banger. It might not. But the next brunette, red-eyed anime girl, she's actually got, I don't remember the term for it, but she's got two different eyes. I always forget the term for this. A lot of y'all may know her. She's old school Kurumi, a very well-renowned anime girl from back in the Gap. You would know who she is. Also crazy as hell. And so you guys get the point. My guess is this woman might be a little batshit crazy. She might give Camellia a run for her money. Now, right now, we're just talking about her design. We're just talking about my thoughts on her and what kind of role she may fulfill in Wuthering Waves. We're going to get into the background here in a bit. This weapon is a beautiful design. It's a wonderful design. I really like how it looks. It's got the ruler on the outside. It's also got like this aesthetic that reminds me of a combination of Squall's Gunblade mixed with Shulk's sword. In fact, I put up two pictures just so we can get a good visual of that. So we've got Squall's Gunblade, right? You can take a good look at it. Everybody knows Squall's Gunblade, at least if you're 30 and up. If you're a youngster, you might not know nothing about this, brother. You don't know nothing about that. But take a good look at Squall's Gunblade and then take a look at Shulk's sword, right? You got Shulk's sword, Squall's Gunblade. We go back into this picture here, and that is pretty much what it is with a ruler attached to it, which I love that. Another thing I noticed is that it's way bigger than the sword is bigger than her goddamn body. So it might be a great sword user, might be another great sword user, which I'm not complaining about that. I feel like this kind of character here is the kind of character that's so batshit crazy that swinging around some massive fucking scissor blade it kind of just fits the trope for her. Now, I just want to quickly go over this little biography because I think there's something interesting in here. CHISA is a conscientious, level-headed student from the Star Torque Academy. So now I guess this is appropriate time to talk about the background. Not full-fledged, but for now, we got women going to school in a post-apocalyptic setting. So are we going to be getting a bit of a persona theme here with the latest region we're going to be attending? Is Rover going to school now, guys? Is that what I'm seeing here? The god, the omnipotent god that's 1,000,000 years old is about to be attending school and rizzling up underage women. No, I'm just kidding, bro. Just fucking around, dude. Okay. To her, everything can be broken down, analyzed, and resolved, with the exception of human bonding. Bonds can be severed, but this fragility is what makes them precious. Listen, boys, I'm gonna say it right now. If you took that underage shit serious, there's no way on God's green earth this ain't a fully matured woman. All right, do not fall for that dog shit virtue signaling garbage that these people on the internet like to push. That is a grown ass woman specifically put in a school academy because it makes them look more attractive. Okay, getting back to topic, it says resolved with the exception of human bonding. So this girl is basically pragmatic and level-headed with everything except human bonding. She doesn't have a like oh, we can resolve things peaceful perspective, and I will analyze things and be rational perspective when it comes to human bonding. And it says bonds can be severed, and she's got a scissor blade, right? That's pretty insane. But this fragility is what makes them precious. That is some batshit crazy description, right? That's the type of chick to be like, oh, nah, man, I fucking hate you. Oh, but I love you too because I just killed you and cut your head off. You know what this reminds me of? If you watch Sakamoto Days, there was a crazy chick that was going around hugging people and killing them and shit. And she was like, these were my boyfriends. It was just like, bro, what? You killed them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of trope this reminds me of. Not to say that that's what it's going to turn out to be, but that's kind of like how I interpreted this whole ordeal right here. She's going to be one of them crazy ass chicks. Like I said, I feel like she'll give Camellia a run for her money. Anyways, I also would love to see, since they're doing the whole ruler trope, analyze and resolve and all that good shit, if we come over here and check this one out, which we can watch this real quick. I know you guys love watching that fucking shit, even though it pretty much shows the same thing. Sometimes there's some little sneak things to catch up, right? Like she just cut a thread right there at the end, which kind of like symbolizes what her kind of play style is. But yeah, people watch this shit 37 times looking for like the smallest little detail. This right here, CHISA sees weakness in the form of threads. Pretty cool. Upon analyzing the structure of an observed target, she identifies and then severs the enemy's weak threads, unraveling their structural integrity, one sharp cut from the scissors. So all I thought about when I read that was, are y'all gonna, because you know, Kuro devs are just a bunch of fucking weeps. I feel like this is the character they're gonna use the Nanami tropes, the Kento Nanami trope, Easter eggs. Sorry, they're going to use the Kento Nanami Easter eggs from Jujutsu Kaisen with this character. I think they're probably going to give her a little bit of like Easter eggs inside of her moves. I think they might even do something where she grabs a dude by his tie. You know, the freaking iconic Kento Nanami picture where he grabs the girl by her, or no, that was a dude actually. That was a dude that he grabbed by the tie, right? Hold up. Yeah. Okay, I had to make sure. That was absolutely a dude. So it was a dude grabbing him by the tie, which, you know, everybody lost their marbles. A couple people got boners. A couple women's jizzed all over this scene. That would be cool if Kuro did that as an Easter egg with this girl. She could do it with a dude, though. It doesn't have to be girl on girl. I mean, I'm okay with that, too. If she grabs a girl, she grabs a dude, it's still going to look hot. She can take her own tie off right there and grab the dude or the girl. It would be awesome Easter egg. The anime community would love it. They would lose their shit about it. They love that type of shit, bro. Take my idea. You don't have to pay me for it, although you should. You fucking should, but you ain't got to pay me for it. Just give me the credit where credit's due. Shout out Gacha Smack. He's the one that gave us this idea. Getting back to the important thing about this this drip marketing, though, it's time to dial it in and talk about this background. I think we've pretty much confirmed the next region we're going to with this background. It makes a perfect sense. We pretty much had all the closure we possibly could with the latest 2.7 story. And then after that, we're going to get a little bit more story with Chu Yen. I think, I mean, call me crazy, I think there's not really a necessary 2.8. I think we should go. I think it makes the most sense to go from 2.7 and straight into 3.0. CHISA's going to be the opening character for 3.0. Maybe we get another drip marketing tomorrow with another character, right? And then we're going into what appears to be fucking Japan, maybe. I don't know. It's not going to be Japan, but that's totally a Japanese girl in my mind. This is a city, goddamn metropolis. And this is where things get exciting because it's like in a city, that means traversal is going to be a bit different. I actually firmly believe you might not be. I'm not sure you're going to be able to fly in this city, which I think is leading to a very funny ass conversation because I swear if we start web slinging in the city, that's going to be the funniest shit ever, considering Ananta just dropped their game with web slinging and shit. I don't know. I feel like it's not going to hit as hard, but I believe in Kuro cooking in that regard. I really do. I don't think web slinging is the only way to make city traversal cool. I think if you give us some badass cars to drive around or some futuristic vehicles, bicycles, cyber cyber, which I'm going to get into that in a bit here, cyber vehicles to drive around and stuff, or even like jetpacks and shit. You know what I'm saying? I think there's more than just a web sling in order for you to have a fun time traversing this city. The other thing is, what is the explorative experience going to look like with a concept and dynamic such as Wuthering Waves gameplay experience? I feel like Wuthering Waves is not going to give you like shops to go shop in. It's not going to give you that, you know, Grand Theft Auto life. And so I feel like them making the city a fun explorative experience is an interesting discussion. Not to say that they're not capable of doing it. I think it's an interesting discussion. I guess I would just look forward to seeing how they're going to pull that off. Now, Lahai Roy, which is what the Fraxidus mentioned at the end of 2.7, was the next place, hinted at the next place that we're going to be going to. And apparently, rumor has it, it's going to be a desert. This is where shit gets interesting, because if we're going to a city surrounded by a desert, what collab also is comprised of a city surrounded by a desert? Yes, 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 yes. I think now with that in mind, it's 100% surefire that this will be the next region. Kuro just leaked the next region along with the new drip marketing, boys, for 3.0. If we come over here to Cyberpunk Edgerunners, there it is. You know what I'm saying? We're inside of a bustling, cyberistic ass city. They did say Lahai Roy. Correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I'm misremembering here, but they said the city was like advanced technology and shit, right? Cyberpunk Edgerunners also had a desert, surrounded by a desert. So this is the perfect confirmation that we're going to this region, because it'll be about a year's time. By the time we're halfway through the patch, Cyberpunk Edgerunners collab will be here, and it's gonna be popping off, boys. This is the setting. Like, they've already set it up. It's already here, which is quite exciting news, if you ask me. Still don't know who the playable characters are gonna be, but I think it was why I was saying this drip marketing is quite exciting. This is why it warrants me yapping for 10 to 15 minutes, because this is pretty much showing off the next new region, as well as the Cyberpunk collab. We've got CHISA, who's also from this city, who attends the academy. Rover's gonna be going to fucking school and rizzling up on all the hot chicks with skirts. It's gonna be insane. And anyways, that is going to conclude my video. If you guys want to talk about a little bit more, just comment down below. Let me know what you think. Peace, love, and happiness. I'm pumped about 3.0 because I feel like this is going to be the next new wave for all like Wuthering Waves players who took a break to come back. New players will come in. Y'all know how it goes when a new region gets announced, boys. It's going to be cinema. Peace.